Why do we do this? Seriously, why? Remember the pet rock craze? Or the time everyone was planking in the most ridiculous places? How about those bizarre fashion trends we'd rather forget? We look back and laugh, or maybe cringe a little, and ask ourselves, what were we thinking? But the more important question is, why were so many of us thinking the same thing at the same time? It seems like every few years, a new wave of strange behavior sweeps across society, and millions of people just jump on board. We see it, we might even think it's a bit silly, but then our friends start doing it. We see it all over social media, and before we know it, we're part of the trend too. It's almost like an invisible force is pulling us in. Well, what if I told you that this force is very real? It has a name, and it explains why even the smartest people can end up following the dumbest trends. Everything you think you know about your own decision-making is about to be challenged. This phenomena isn't new. It's a core part of human psychology, something that has shaped societies for thousands of years. We call it the herd effect, or herd mentality. It's this deep-seated instinct to follow the crowd, to conform to the behavior of the larger group, often without stopping to think for ourselves. But why? Why do we surrender our own judgment so easily? To understand this, we need to go way back. For our ancient ancestors, sticking with the group wasn't a matter of fashion, it was a matter of survival. Imagine you're on the savannah thousands of years ago. Suddenly, everyone in your tribe starts running. Do you stop, look around, and try to figure out what's happening? Or do you just run with them? If you choose to run, you might escape a predator you didn't see. If you hesitate, you might become lunch. In that context, following the herd is the smartest, safest thing to do. This survival instinct is hardwired into our brains. Conforming meant safety, belonging, and a better chance of survival. Being an outcast was practically a death sentence. Fast forward to today, we're not running from saber-toothed tigers anymore, but that ancient brain wiring is still there. It's just being triggered by different things, like social media algorithms and marketing campaigns. The modern savannah is our digital world, and the predators are feelings of being left out, social isolation, or what we now call FOMO, fear of missing out. This fear is an incredibly powerful motivator. When we see a trend taking off, our brain's ancient alarm system starts ringing. It tells us, hey, everyone is doing this. If you don't join in, you'll be left behind. You'll be the outsider, so we conform. We buy the product, we do the challenge, we adopt the slang. We do it not necessarily because we've carefully evaluated it and decided it as a good idea, but because not doing it feels socially risky. It's a shortcut our brain takes to maintain social connection. It's easier to just go with the flow than to fight against the current of popular opinion. And this is where things get interesting, because this very instinct that once kept us safe can now lead us into some truly questionable decisions. Let's dive deeper into the science behind this. Two key psychological principles are at play here: informational social influence and normative social influence. Informational social influence is basically the idea that we look to others for information when we're unsure of what to do. We assume that if a lot of people are doing something, they must know something we don't. Think about online reviews. If you see a product with thousands of 5-star ratings, you're more likely to trust it, right? You're assuming the crowd knows best. This is a cognitive shortcut. Instead of doing all the research yourself, you outsource the decision-making to the collective wisdom of the herd. The problem is, the herd isn't always wise. Sometimes, the herd is just following the first person who made a choice, and that person might have been just as clueless as everyone else. This can create a cascade where a bad idea or a false piece of information spreads like wildfire simply because everyone assumes everyone else has already vetted it. Then you have normative social influence. This one is all about the desire to fit in and be liked. We are social creatures, and we crave acceptance. Going against the group risks disapproval, ridicule, or even ostracism. So, even if we privately disagree with the group's behavior or belief, we might go along with it publicly just to avoid sticking out. This is classic peer pressure. The famous Asch Conformity Experiments in the 1950s showed this perfectly. People were asked a simple question about which line on a screen matched another, but they were in a room full of actors who were all instructed to give the same, obviously wrong answer. A shocking number of the real participants caved to the pressure and gave the wrong answer just to avoid disagreeing with the group. They knew it was wrong, but the social cost of being the lone dissenter felt too high. That same pressure exists today. Every time you bite your tongue in a meeting or like a post you and actually agree with. Now, let's bring this into the modern world. Social media has put herd mentality on steroids. Before, trends spread through word of mouth, which was relatively slow. Now, an idea can go from one person to millions in a matter of hours. Algorithms are designed to show us what's popular. The more likes, shares, and views something gets, the more people see it. This creates a feedback loop. We see something is trending, so we engage with it, which makes it trend even more. This is how you get things like the Ice Bucket Challenge, which did a lot of good for charity, but also viral dance crazes, or even dangerous challenges that make no logical sense. The platform itself is telling you, this is what's important right now. This is what everyone's talking about. Our brains, wired for conformity, can't help but pay attention. We see influencers, celebrities, and our own friends participating, and both informational and normative pressures kick in. We assume it must be cool or important, and we feel the pressure to join in to be part of the conversation. But it's not just silly trends. The herd effect has much more serious implications. It plays a huge role in financial markets. For instance, a few people start buying a meme stock. Others see the price going up and jump in, driven by FOMO. This creates a speculative bubble. The price isn't based on the company's actual value, it's based on the sheer momentum of the crowd. Then, when a few people start selling, panic sets in, the herd reverses direction, and everyone rushes for the exit, causing the bubble to burst and many people to lose money. The same herd behavior can influence political opinions, spread misinformation, and even lead to mass hysteria. When we stop thinking critically and simply follow the crowd, we become vulnerable to manipulation. Marketers, politicians, and propagandists know this. They know how to create the illusion of a consensus to nudge us in the direction they want. They manufacture a hood and then wait for our natural instincts to do the rest. So, how do we break free? How do we stop being a sheep and start making our own choices? It's not about becoming a contrarian who disagrees with everything just for the sake of it. It's about cultivating awareness and critical thinking. The first step is simply to recognize when the herd effect might be influencing you. The next time you feel a strong pull to do something just because everyone else is doing it, pause. Ask yourself a few simple questions. Why do I want to do this? Is it because I genuinely believe it? Is it a good idea? Or is it because I'm afraid of being left out? What are the potential consequences of following this trend? Am I acting on my own values or the values of the crowd? This moment of pause is your most powerful tool. It breaks the automatic, instinctual reaction and engages the more rational, deliberate part of your brain. Seek out dissenting opinions. If everyone is saying one thing, make an effort to find someone credible who is saying the opposite. This helps you break out of the echo chamber and see the issue from multiple perspectives. Don't be afraid to be the one who asks, but why? Being the person who questions the consensus can be uncomfortable, but it's also the source of all innovation and progress. Every great thinker, artist, and leader in history was, at some point, someone who dared to walk away from the herd. Ultimately, it comes down to building confidence in your own judgment. Trust your gut, but also do your homework. Educate yourself, The more you know, the less you'll need to rely on the crowd for answers. It's about finding the balance between being part of a community and maintaining your own individual identity and a mind of your own. You don't have to follow every stupid trend to belong. In fact, the most interesting people are often the ones who aren't afraid to forge their own path. Thanks for watching. If this made you think, consider subscribing for more deep dives into why we do the things we do. See you next time.